What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but hey, life happens, things gotta get done. So, at 6 in the morning right now, we're in the garage. I'm getting ready to install some parts in the car. I got a import face-off this weekend on Sunday. Maybe we're gonna run a little ethanol in it, so I gotta get the car ready for that. But yeah, let's get cracking on this thing. I wanna show you guys some new updates on the car. Obviously, you guys saw the catch can video, but also I have some new blow valves. Those are Turbo Smarts V-Ports Pro, I believe they're called. They're a lot quieter than the HKS ones that I have, but they actually fit a lot better. They don't touch against the side of the of the car here. See, those scratches are from actually rubbing against the HKS ones. But yeah, they're both installed. They sound a little quieter than what I imagined them to be. See if I can get a focus there. They sound a little bit quieter, but other than that, they're really good quality. I got rid of the red couplers. Everything's black. You can hardly tell they're there. And yeah, today we gotta get to the spark plugs first to re-gap those from 0.31 to a 0.25 to get the car ready for ethanol. And we're also gonna be doing the flex kit and doing the pinning the ECU, so the ECU tech actually reports the ethanol content via the sensor. So that's also going down today. I got a few things I got to remove. As you can see, I already started, but I like to remove this entire assembly. I got to do it for the installation anyways of what I'm gonna be doing today. So all of this has to be removed, wiper blades and everything. Usually takes me about 5 minutes. So bear with me. This is not a DIY video. This is more so just what I'll be doing today. So hang tight, and I hope you guys enjoy this video because I have a lot of stuff to do today. I just don't think I can get it all on camera. All right, so we got one side exposed so we can access the spark plugs. It's kind of dark in here, but I can access two easily. The third one, I'm gonna have to remove some of those harnesses out the way. But I just covered my coupler there to make sure I don't drop anything down to the turbo. But I'm holding this up with zip ties. So that's what happens when you don't have a second person. But so far, making good progress, guys. All right, so just here, just got two of the plugs out on the driver's side bank. And the plugs are already gapped to 0.25, which is what I needed to be at. I was informed that they were gapped from the factory. They were gapped 0.31. So yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna bother checking the other bank, but knowing me, I probably will. Just I want to make sure. I mean, I doubt the plugs are gapped differently, but just to double check, I'm gonna put these back in and move on to the next thing because there's no point in wasting time if the plugs are already gapped to what I need them to be. It looks like the car was running a little rich, which is good. As long as it wasn't running lean, that's a good sign. I can still reuse these plugs. They don't look too bad. So let's go on to the next step. All right, so fast forward a little bit. The plugs, we're done with that. We're moving on to the flex fuel mods. It's time to relieve the fuel pressure. This is for your information. In order to relieve the fuel pressure in the top end of the motor here, the quickest is by removing the number 52 fuse from the IPDM, and that is a 15 amp fuse. I removed my battery, and when I did that, it allows me to give me access to the IPDM. It's hard as heck to get in there without removing the battery. I don't even think it's possible, so you might as well get that done. So battery's disconnected. I'm about to pull the fuse right now, start the car up, and then start it up again a couple more times to relieve all the fuel pressure up top. I'm gonna let the car die as soon as I start it up once the fuse has been pulled to get the fuel pressure out of there. But we're getting close to starting the flex fuel mods here. Just for reference, I want to show you guys where the fuse is. It is on the back side of the IPDM. It'll be right there. That's number 15. The diagram shows which fuse it is clearly. Shouldn't be very hard to get to, but removing all this stuff is a pain in the butt. Just know that. Take your time. All these plastics can easily break, especially those tabs in there. So just take your time, guys. All right, pop the battery back in real quick. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. Let it die. Unit dead. Instantly dead. Jesus. Crank it a couple more times. Unit dead. Well, it actually started there. It should die out here pretty soon. Alright, looks like it finally died. Unit dead. Unit dead. Unit dead. We're late. 2 or 3 times should be enough. Let's go ahead and get working. So this is about the 6th high pressure fuel pump that I've done, and I've never been lucky enough to see the actual camshaft lobe be at its lowest point. So that's actually good. Normally you would either have to turn the crank over or thread the bolts one at a time, just to really be careful. But yeah, that worked out perfectly. I got lucky this time. So let's pop the new high pressure pump in. And we also got to bend this line. I could pop in another, I have a whole separate fuel line bracket for this, but I don't feel like getting a rabbit's foot to getting it in there and get the whole line out. That's a mess. I'll just bend this one and call it a day. Alrighty, fast forward again. We have some more stuff done. High pressure fuel pump is in. This is like my 6th one, like I said, and I've used to always scratch this thing trying to get it in place, but I just made a couple of scratches there on the block trying to use a screwdriver to bend the line. That's what I usually use, 2 screwdrivers if anything. But it went in perfect, no issues at all. Everything's ready to rock. Nothing's plugged in yet, of course. I stopped right there because now I have the flex fuel kit. So before I get too far ahead of myself, I want to install a flex fuel kit and get that going as well while I have the fuel pressure out of the system and everything. So this shouldn't take too long, but I know I have to pin one wire to the ECU, which I've never done before, but once again, there's always a first for everything. So here we go, guys. Another update for you guys. We have installed the flex kit already. We're just doing the electrical part of it right now. So this is the new fuel line, or the fuel line bracket and line actually. It's all AN fittings, goes all the way through here where the flex kit is installed using the AC line, and all the wiring is routed back through the firewall, and there's a fitting on the high pressure fuel pump. So I'm just about done, about to wrap this up here pretty soon. Gonna get the electrical side done and then double check, make sure there's no leaks, anything like that, and should be close to wrapping this up. Now for the hardest part of the install is to see if everything is gonna be correct. I'm pretty confident in my skills, so we'll see. I just buttoned up the ECU wire. It's right there. Just routed it back into the IPM area, battery cover area. So I'm gonna clear all any codes that I have in the car from the install. The first thing I want to check is for fuel leaks and stuff like that, but I'm gonna finish buttoning it up. I'm pretty sure the electrical part is done right, so I'm gonna button this up here. I tested the connection, everything works good. I'm gonna plug everything back in and check for fuel leaks. That's gonna be my #1 thing, is fuel leaks. Well guys, I think we did a good job. There's no codes whatsoever. Everything is looking solid. The first idle is always a little bit rough, but it seems to be working just fine. Fuel pressure, no codes. Ethanol content is reading and everything. So let's go ahead and start tuning for E85 with AMS, and I'll keep you guys updated as weekdays come, weeks to come. I am attending an event this weekend on Sunday, Import Face-Off in Dallas. It's just a little drag racer event. I'm gonna go and do a couple of hits, probably on pump gas, unless they tell me otherwise to put some meat in the car. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thanks for tuning in today. See you guys soon.